What a hell of a ride it has been. In the last decade, there was once a long running feud between a man who claimed to be a martial god and a man who strived to be the great general. It has come to the conclusion right before the decade end. With Hokan finally gone, the new decade is filled with promises. However, I got much more than one man's end, taking the phrase a new beginning to the utmost literal. The chapter opens up with a flashback with the indication of the black highlights. It doesn't tell who or where, but my first assumption was Hokan's backstory. What I didn't expect is the very origin, with the parents wielding a special ability to heal people with their chi. It is more of supernatural aspects the series produced at times. The parents were very beloved, well respected for their kind-hearted soul. It is then we are introduced to their baby, who will eventually become the beast we know today. This begs the question, how did Hokan turn out the way he is now? The answer: taken away by force. A path seeker emerged in front of the parents, and in a short time skip, annihilated the villagers with ease. He took Hokan away from them, as the mother helplessly cried for him in her dying breath. I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I feel sorry for him. The fact he wasn't born to be a path seeker but forced upon is tragic. His family was beloved. Have them raise him instead would have made his life entirely different. It shows how a path seeker is willing to steal a newborn with great potential to honor their belief. It's pretty messed up. Here we are now, with Hokan obsessed to be proven as a martial god, only to meet his fated end by the man who could have been his side. A path was decided for him by a stranger, believing to be part of the cult rather than a family. It's honestly kind of sad. I curse Hara Sensei for not letting me celebrate with a taunt like sports television, displaying the loser teams with tears and sadness. I mean, you still can, but for me, I do pity the guy. Life sucks, and then you die. It's not Kingdom without a celebration to one man's victory, but this couldn't be any more warranted. This was the battle of the decade. Next to Rebiko, mental or physical combat, everyone goes out with thunderous applause and roar cry. It goes without saying, it feels so rewarding. It's like the series is concluding, though with the last page, I hope is an early April Fool. Everyone cries and weeps for their captain's victory. Behead's part has me cheering with them. I was feeling the same way. The celebration spread out across the battlefield, not realizing the major development. At that point, they might as well call it an end. That's how monumental it is. Ohan and Moten learned the news. Needless to say, they are shocked. I was hoping to see Olsen's reaction, which there wasn't any. Surely, this isn't Hara Sensei's mistake to exclude it, so perhaps later we'll see. One thing is certain, Shin's recognition has gone through the roof. Rebiko gives his farewell to Hokan for he has witnessed his final stand. I'm amazed he managed to keep his face straight, not a flinch to suggest he's done for. I credit Kaine for respecting Hokan's goal on humanity. Now with his death, she wonders if mankind isn't warranted for salvation. As ludicrous that belief was, at least she cared about it. Rebiko believe it's not possible for Hokan's method, because there's another method that can bring such feat. It is Hell by El Say. I like how Rebiko's narration from the past chapters ties into the main driving theme of this war. As previously said, the theme centers on the path to peace. Hokan's path wasn't going to be possible. With him out of the picture, the rest lies on Rebiko and Zhao's army. Their attention turns to Gyo. Perhaps Rebiko is desperate to stay on the game, but this is likely their final stand. If Gyo falls, then it's guaranteed game over. I'm excited to see the conflict between him and Kanki. He does want revenge. Olsen and the rest of Chin army chase after them. All that's left is Hishin unit to go. Then another major development happens. Earlier, the sensation was lively, cheery, and rewarding. Now, everything has grown morbid and dreary. The one thing that stood out oddly was Shin. Throughout the chapter, he hasn't moved at all. One guard takes a look at his face and realizes his conscience is gone. Kyokai is the only one that picked up the sign of his life source. He wasn't only fighting unconsciously, but he was fighting with every ounce of spirit left. Once he killed Hoken, his spirit faded out. Translation: Shin is gone. I don't believe Shin is dead, or at least remain that way. I would say this: I love the fact it took him this much of life to defeat the behemoth known as Hoken. It proved the battle wasn't easy whatsoever. A life for a life. How would he return to life then? Part of me think it has something to do with Hoken's background. Maybe something similar could happen next. Hell, maybe Hoken will save him. I don't know. It's very interesting to see how Hara Sensei will solve this. This was some start of a new decade for the series. The backstory left me awed, which I didn't expect. The celebration felt so rewarding. The next destination has me very intrigued, especially the confrontation between Kanki and Riboco. The ending left me disarray, interested, but confused nonetheless. Shin has to come back to see the day of earning the Great General title. Otherwise, this will be the biggest shock of the decade, and it only just started. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. We have to wait 3 weeks for the next chapter. That's a long time. It's what happens when you have a break plus a crazy cliffhanger. Do you think he's really dead? How will he come back to life if anything? Or he's actually going to remain dead? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.